Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Jurassic Park Podcast YouTube channel. I am excited. Tonight, we are going to be doing a watch party for Jurassic Park 3, everybody's favorite installment in the series. I say that lightheartedly because I've come to really appreciate this movie. I have my thoughts about how I initially viewed it. It's definitely changed over the years. I am very excited to watch it along with all of you tonight. That makes it so much more fun, to be honest. Being able to watch these movies, like we've watched Jurassic Park and The Lost World together, and both of those were so much fun. I had a blast, especially the Lost World one, man. We were like, I feel like that was like just yesterday. And it was so much fun. I will be wasting just a little bit of time here as we let everybody get prepared, get ready, get your DVDs booted up, your copies ready to go. We are going to be pressing play together in just a few minutes. And if you are wondering where are we going to sync up the movie, just kind of, let your, while I'm talking, just let your DVD player go and check it out where it's going to actually start playing. Mine, when I use my digital copy, I've actually, which I told the story last week about how I haven't been able to download the copies to my computer for some odd reason. It's still happening this week. I don't know why, but I'm streaming it, unfortunately. Streaming this, live video coming your way, audio, everything. It's way too much probably for my computer to handle, but we're doing it. We're doing it live. So this is just me talking to myself. I don't know why I find it funny. But all right, so when I hit play on mine, don't worry, we're not going just yet, but when I hit play on mine, the music starts instantly, and then you get the solar flares over the Earth as the Universal logo pops up. So that is where my DVD starts, or my digital copy here. So hopefully yours starts just about the same spot. But yeah, hopefully everything's going well, guys. I'm excited. I see a lot of people currently viewing it, and I see a lot of people going live in the chat. Let's see what's happening over there real quick. And we're just wasting some time to get everybody ready. We got Anthony in here. We got Ryson in here. Jurassic Souls, Genozoic Artist, Daniel. Let's see. Taylor's in here. Paleo Raptor, Chewy Sanchez, CJ Nightmare. Oh, I'm sorry if I skipped anybody. There's a lot of you in here. I am very excited. You got Sam in here again. Caleb's in here. Jurassic Dave. Oh man, Tall is here again. I am so excited. This is going to be so much fun. Jurassic Park 3. This is going to be a quick one, right? I mean, what? This movie's like an hour and a half. I know the last two are a little bit longer, but this is a breeze. This is, for me, Jurassic Park 3 is the movie that you just throw on when you kind of don't know what to watch. If you want to watch a Jurassic movie and you're like, I don't know, which one should I check out tonight? I'll just throw on JP3. It's easy. It's a breeze. You don't necessarily have to study it to pay full attention. It can just breeze by. Sorry if I'm rubbing anybody the wrong way with how much I just think this movie's a breeze and non-essential maybe, but we'll see. And Caleb, yes, with the fresh haircut. I think somebody else pointed out a haircut. This is thanks to my wife. She actually took a chance and cut my hair. We left the whole thing up there. Didn't touch any of that, and just buzzed the sides down. So it's a new look. A new me, real new me, ready to go. I swear I have not been drinking any alcohol. It's just my coffee. And there's my green screen coming through my shirt. Okay. But yeah, here is my Universal Studios mug here. Love it. Love this so much. And usually I bring, for these live streams with the viewing parties, I bring a bunch of props and things that I've collected over the years for that specific movie. Let me just say, it's not much. And they're only very recent pickups within the past maybe 3 or 4 years. So yeah, and we'll talk all about it. Jurassic Park 3 was a movie that I didn't really care for the first time I saw it. I was actually pretty annoyed at the time. I remember, this is the first Jurassic movie that I remember seeing Unfortunately, the memories of the first two movies kind of just fell out of my head. I saw them in theaters. I just don't remember. But Jurassic Park 3, man, I remember that. I really remember that. You guys are talking about tricycloplots. What else are you talking about? Yeah, so John here says JP3 is my least favorite Jurassic Park movie, but following along, it will still be fun. Agreed. Definitely agreed. Chewy Sanchez, I hope your voice is ready, Brad, for dino sounds. No. Oh, no. No. This is not going to be a good one. I feel like there's going to be a lot of sounds. Matt out here forgetting his popcorn. Hurry up, man. That's about 2.5 minutes of popping you need to get done, I think. Everybody out there, and I see Karen pointing out, did you all 3D print your resonating chambers? We're going to need them tonight. But yeah. Tal says this was his first Jurassic movie in theaters, and it has a special place in his heart. And yeah, I mean, I can't deny that. I think it really depends on when you saw the movie for the first time. Did you see it, as a kid? Is this the first one that you saw? Then it might have a bigger impact for you than it did for me. I was 2001. I was in high school. I guess, I don't know what age I was. I don't know. Math, But I think it didn't impact me the way that The Lost World did or Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Dave says, this was the first time in my young life a movie let me down. This will be fun. Yeah, I feel like I agree with you, because out of my life, when I look back at the movies, the big movies of my childhood, you got Jurassic, you got Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, Star Wars. None of those things really let me down. Not even, I know people argue about Star Wars and the prequels, and by that point we had 1 to 2. I forget what. I think they came out in May. Did it come out in May 2001? I don't know. But yeah, so not a lot of movies let me down. So I think this is the first one I actually came out of the movie theaters being like, bummer. But I am so pumped. And we've been talking for a little bit now. I think we've wasted enough time. 11 minutes have gone by. So again, what we're going to do here is I'm going to count down, not just yet. I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, play. And of course, hit play when I say play. Let's see. Yeah, so of course, ask away questions. I don't know what I'm going to have for you tonight. We'll joke around. We'll have some fun. Be cool. Be kind in the chat. Be nice to everybody out there. This is a very, what do you call it? I don't know. It's a movie that makes people argue very easily. And maybe I might incite some of that, not on purpose per se, maybe a little bit. It does not look like my buddy Jay Jurassic is here. What are you doing, man? I was hoping you would be in here so I could talk to you about the Spinosaurus and the T-Rex fight. Letting me down. All right, so I have my movie up. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to watch it? You all plugged in? I hope you plugged in your DVD players. Did you do that yet? I hope you're ready to go. I hope you got your popcorn, your drinks, your whatever, I don't know what else. What else do you bring? I am ready. So let me know. Say yes if you're ready in the chat, and we'll get this thing kicked off. If you're not ready, I gave you 11, 12 minutes. So somebody called Jay. Get this thing started. Sorry if I'm yelling straight up in your ears. All right. You guys are ready. This is it, man. This movie just also just starts, All right. So guys, what's a DVD? Well, can't really help you there. It's a circle thing. You put in a thing and it pushes in and spins and plays something. But yes, I am ready. We've got it set at 000 on mine. Like I said, the solar flare universal logo is going to pop up with that musical cue from Don Davis right then and there. And we'll get started. So, guys, if you're ready, let's count it down. 3, I need to use my hand. 2, 1, play. All right. There it is. Universal logo. There's music. So here's my take, guys. And I don't know what Caleb thinks. But this music feels like a knockoff right off the bat. You got the Amblin logo and the footprint. That's nice touch, liking that. But it just feels like this music is trying to be Jurassic. I like the Jurassic Park title right there. Ready? Where is it? There it is. Three strikes, you're out. Here we are. Isla Sorna, 207 miles west of Costa Rica. Restricted. I think it looks beautiful. Looks great. Got a cloudy day up there. Airplane in the sky. And there's that guy on the boat looking very, very nervous. He knows something. He knows he's not supposed to be there. But maybe he has some insight, to be honest, as to like what could possibly attack, right? Because we don't even know. We don't know. Oh, God. Ben Hildebrand. Hey, man. It's going to be great. This trip's going to be great, man. Hold on tight. Ben Hildebrand, Eric Kirby, that boat that is really worse for wear, and this obvious CG, like this green screen that they are on, it's hideous. It is so hideous. Like, that looks great. This sequence where you can actually see them from afar in the boat, and you see the island in the background. Everything looks amazing. Like that. Oh, my God. It looks great. But it's just these, like, zoomed in moments that it looks like I shot this here in my basement. And the corny acting and dialogue here, it really bugs me. Oh, the video camera. Nah, not yet. That's like one of my favorite lines in this movie. See anything yet? No! Oh, God, I'm starting with the voices already, huh? Tal says this might be one of the most confusing scenes in movie history. Yeah, man, I think you're not wrong there. It's kind of messed up. Like, what is happening? You got the fog there, thudding, and it just hideous green screen look. Like, I get it. How else are you gonna really do this? But with the motion that they're kind of like the jostling that they're doing, it just looks so bad. So this is that move. Oh, and look, the boat it's bloody. It's torn up. What happened to them? Ben doesn't know. Like, any drama that is supposed to be in this sequence is really tarnished for me by that corniness of the green screen there. It's unfortunate because outside of that, like, the scene's not bad. It's actually, I like it. It's kind of interesting, the fact that these guys are going to a restricted area. They're paying money to go to, they're like going like behind the resort. And the guy's like, you know what? I'll get you there. We'll get you. Well, he's in Costa Rica. He's like, I'm going to take you all the way out to Sorna. You want to see some dinosaurs, man? And he's like, give me $2,000 and I'll take you there. So, and then they get lost. And that's honestly an interesting setup. It's just not done well. And here we have the debut of Charlie and the Dinosaur Man and these dinosaur toys. Like, I feel like I had all of those toys as a kid. Ellie Sattler right there with the baby showing off the stomach. Jack Horner quote in there. Mark Degler. Mark Degler, the hero of this movie. This is a herbivore, and that's a dinosaur man. I do love the whole dinosaur man thing. I like Charlie's inclusion into this movie, to be honest. Like, I know it's like a stupid detail, but like, I like Charlie. I like, the things he says, the dinosaur man. I like the stuff towards the end with Charlie. Hilarious to me. And this, like, I'm not going to talk about what's going on here too much, but the fact that at this moment in time when I'm sitting in the movie theater as a kid, teenager, seeing Mark Degler show up and Grant and Ellie are not together, not married, after that huge setup of, wanting children, wanting family, all that stuff, it killed me. It gutted me. It hurt so bad. It hurts so bad to see. It still hurts. It still hurts to this day. I like the seriousness, the serious tone, though, of this, talking about the resonating chamber and stuff like that. Now, the other day I kind of said that Ellie's role in this movie, I said something along the lines of it's like a little bit of fluff because, like, she doesn't really do too much. But this is like one of those moments where she's like, oh, she's kind of digging into it about, how smart these raptors are and stuff like that. Of course, she, helps to save the day in the end, but like, that's it. This is like the extent of her. And this is great. This relation between them. If you ever need help, call me. You can see that there's still some love and affection there. And what happened? What happened between these two? Was it work? Did work come between them? Was Grant not able to give it up? He's the last of his breed. This movie has so many, I'll say it, so many iconic things, I think. Like Alan talking about being the last of his breed. This whole college seminar thing that he's putting on. And, of course, the astronomer thing later on. There's a lot of really iconic stuff, I think, from this movie. Good dialogue. Jurassic Dave. Alan and Ellie are just using Mark for his connections. Yeah, and Caleb, the music in that last sequence with the Jurassic Park theme, man. Nice piano there. It's great. The first good bit of music in this movie. So far, what I'm noticing is this movie is moving. And I can't even like talk. I'm like missing everything because this movie is going so fast. It's great to see that this paleontology talk brought out so many people, right? But I love that, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2004 years later, we have people still pining for more information about the dinosaurs and what happened, the incidents. He doesn't want to talk about it. Oh, this guy's just him and Mark Degler and Ben Hildebrand. They're on the same level. They're the worst. Ah, I hate that guy. What's up, Emerald Animation? How you doing? Yeah, Genozoic artist pointing out, which I didn't even get a chance to talk about. The Velociraptor, is my name Alan? Is my name Alan? And he's like, he used to know me. That whole exchange is genius. The fact that it's like, it's a descendant of dinosaurs, the birds. He's trying to get the bird to talk. And then later on, the bird talks, but as a raptor in the airplane. Hilarious. Also, the fact that it's kind of foreshadowing the resonating chamber bit and the Velociraptor communication and Alan and the raptors communicating. There's so many layers there. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, yeah. And I was talking about that, Mutant PK points out one of those iconic lines again: "No force on earth or heaven could get me on that island." Like that is just amazing. Gotta say, not a huge fan of this crew here: Udesky, Nash, and what's the other guy's name? The other guy, no, what's I don't remember his name. I'm like completely blanking. Whatever, you guys know. Fill me in. Um, and the music here. Um, it's not my favorite, but it's not the worst. It's kind of like upbeat, kind of like marchy, kind of Jurassic Park kind of rework. It's interesting. The ringtone, yeah, you guys are pointing out the ringtone there. This kind of recreation here of that same sequence in Jurassic Park with the raptor just doesn't have that same impact that first one does, right? Plus, it's very quick and it's over in a matter of seconds, but the other one feels like it pans much slower and lasts longer. Guys, I'm all on board with Billy Brennan. Love the guy, despite his flaws. I think I would love to see him further on in these movies. That's probably never going to happen because he doesn't really care for them. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Look at that wonderful truck that he has. It's another Jurassic Park vehicle there. Loving it. I'm sorry. I'm just admiring like this this paleontological dig site. Like it's cool. It's actually cool. The set detail is pretty great there. And here Billy is showing off 3D printing back in 2001. I feel like way ahead of its time. You know, I feel like everybody's 3D printing these days or laser printing, whatever it is. And it's so cool that these movies are always ahead of their times, whether it's, you know, interactive CD-ROMs or, you know, high hides. We all have high hides these days. Or, you know, 3D printing. It's always like ahead of its time. And I don't know if I can recreate that Raptor resonating chamber noise. Thank you, Saika Diba. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Thank you so much for the super chat there. And you asked, what if the movie was about Eric's survival? That would be awesome, honestly. I think that would be a pretty cool movie. There are books about that, right? Like junior novelization kind of things. But I would love that, to be honest. I think maybe that's what we're kind of going to get with Camp Cretaceous in a way, with more kids, a few more kids. I think, 6 kids total or something like that. But seeing what he went through over those 8 weeks would be really cool to see how he survived, how he transitioned from that kid to like Jumanji. Like, I would love to see that transition. Guys, got to interrupt that with Big Hat, No Cattle here. Big Hat, No Cattle. If you guys don't know, this is what's his name? Guys, fill me out. I'm blanking on the guy's name from Toy Story. Strange Things. That guy, you know. We got some con artists here, the Kirby's. Randy Newman, there it is. Thank you for filling me in on that. Listen to like Randy Newman songs literally every day, and I couldn't even pop in his name because I'm dumb. But yeah, we've got a few con artists here, the Kirby's. Not looking very paint and tile-esque. But I love it. I love the con. I love the con because it shows Alan's flaws. Alan is obviously all in it for the money. So I would be a little bugged if Jurassic World 3 comes along and Alan is not in it for the money somehow. Because he's been in it for the money each and every time so far. Like, I mean, you can believe his story, right? I mean, do you think that they're adventurous people? Do they look like adventurous people? Sure, you could pass it off. Um, I love the fact that they know people with the government and all that stuff. And that is another one I could write all kinds of numbers on this check. And he's just like, you see Grant's eyes being like, oh my God. Look at him. There was zoom in. Look at that smile. He's ready. He is, and they cut straight to the airplane. And literally, the Fallen Kingdom flashbacks here. Gotta have a lucky pack, guys. If you ever go to an island by yourselves, bring a lucky pack. Whatever it is, a lucky bag, pack, whatever it may be, bring it. Wham! A strap, lucky strap, The great thing about bones, they never run away. Grant just super annoyed by this whole thing. Like, Grant, he's never shown us that he's like not necessarily a jerk. Like every movie he's not been a very nice guy. To a certain extent, he learns and kind of grasps and tackles that like differently throughout the movies. But every movie has shown us that like he's kind of like Indiana Jones. He's not like necessarily like the greatest guy. He says things like, I don't want to be anywhere, like, get me away from all these people. This is all your fault. He's in it for the money. And, and oh God, interrupted by a moment that also really messed me up as a teenager. This dream sequence. Alan, why? I get it, and this musical cue, like, this is a movie I cannot talk about because it's too fast. Slow it down, Joe Johnson. I get the whole dream sequence because he's got raptors on the mind, he's got communication on the mind with a resonating chamber and potentially seeing something from the sky. Like, it's in his mind, and I bet you there's a bit of PTSD still involved, from his time on Jurassic Park on the different island. But I think I get it. I just don't like the execution. And the fact that they also used a JP3 male raptor is very strange and makes literally zero sense. So unless, we don't know, maybe there's been some in-world research and documentation about the raptors there. It's fully possible. As far as we know so far is there's tiger stripes, and then there's like the normal Jurassic Park raptors on the other island. But yeah, it's strange that is the raptor that shows up there. It definitely bugs me. Imagine if that was the original Jurassic Park raptor. That would be so much cooler. Some nice shots. I don't mind these shots here of the plane kind of scattering all the dinosaurs. And this is where it starts to feel off for Grant. If you see anything, just let us know. And Grant's like, Mr. Tour Guide, and on your left, and the voice you're hearing is Alan Grant. Spared no expense. He's just cracking up to himself like, guys, I told you, there's a ceratopsians over there, and there's Brachiosaurus. And he's just freaking out now. Freaking out. You cannot land on this island. And the church folk, just not the nicest people, Ooh. See, I do. I really like this premise. You know, the stranded kid kidnapping. You know, it's great. It's fantastic. And there's just slight annoyances every so often, like the screaming of Eric constantly. No, it starts. This is almost like the baby T-Rex, right? What's more annoying, the baby T-Rex screaming or Amanda Kirby screaming Eric? It's a very bad idea. What's a bad idea? Like, this is, I didn't get there yet, but I'm just like, this is so bad. Love that Spinosaurus roar, though. Like, I love that they set this thing down and stuff is already happening. Like, it is just, they're firing guns, they're running out of there. Cooper, that's the guy. Yeah. Like, that dinosaur sounds terrifying. It's a more like primal and kind of monstrous sound than the T-Rex. Julia, my daughter's favorite line, what's a bad idea? I feel like that's like one of those lines that when in your normal life and somebody says like that's a bad idea, and I'm always like in the background, what's a bad idea, you know? And poor Cooper is like messed up already. Like, he's bleeding, his arm's not working. This is horrifying. Don't you do this, man. Nash is just like, oh, there. Love it. Love it. The Spino, and they crash this thing. I'm all on board right here. I'm totally on board with this. The crash looks great. Love it. Oh, man. Grant's eyes, that is flawless. Grant just rising up, just being so mad. Not at all looking like he just went through a crash. But I'll tell you this. So I forget what, and I've said it before on the show at some point, but the promotion for this movie went down, and they had, you know, the cast on late night shows and stuff like that, and whoever it was, maybe it was, you know, Sam Neill or something like that, brought a clip for the movie. You know, like, let's roll the clip, and it was the clip coming up here of the Spinosaurus attacking the plane, and I saw that clip and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Like, it was one of those movies where I was worried, I guess, going into it because of that clip. So I guess I knew it was going to be an interesting ride right away. I don't know if anybody else has that same memory or remembers seeing that clip, but it's just the way that Joe Johnston, who is a wonderful director, fantastic director, has done some of my favorite stuff. The Rocketeer, Captain America, The First Avenger. But it's the way he shot this sequence that is not good. I gotta say, I'm sorry, Joe. It's just not good. I know you're watching this right now, buddy, and I just want to let you down just like a little bit and say it's not very good. The shaking of the camera really bugs me. Like, convey the size and the scope and the fear without that shaking camera. And it's just like a digital shake, it looks like. I don't know. It just looks not very good. Everything, and a lot of it is due to the quick motion too, like the way that camera panned around the tree. Cool, very cool shot, but it's just not executed right. It's too fast, too quick. To me, it just ends up being a little comedic. Love this, though. Love that. The Spinosaurus through that window. That's totally amazing Jurassic work right there. It's just so fast. It's over already. That's fantastic. Here we go. The foot stepping on it. I do like the fact that they are obscuring this dinosaur. Very Spielberg. You get to see small glimpses of it through the trees and stuff like that. Very, very good. But a lot of times it just looks like an animatronic. But man, is that animatronic amazing, though. Like, the detail on that thing is incredible. You pan out to that full CG shot of it, and it looks also very awesome. Like, fantastic. And I think this movie is very hit or miss with the CG. It can be, at times, some of the best, and sometimes some of the worst. I don't really understand the depth in that sequence with the Spino kind of coming through the trees. It just looks odd. Yeah, Steven also not a fan of the shaky cam. No one dies, Ryson says. Tal says, yeah, the Spino is one of the best looking. Totally agree. Here's a T-Rex. The same animatronic from the Lost World, the bull T-Rex, but it just doesn't have that characteristic. And then it changes to this, whatever this is. Does not look anything like the bull T-Rex. But this setup is amazing. I love this. This fight here, guys. I hope you all agree that looks nothing like the bull T-Rex, right? Despite the animatronic, who cares? It looks nothing like it. Oh, this fight is amazing. I love this fight. I love it. I love it. I know they wanted to utilize more animatronic in this, but it didn't work out that way. But here we go. There it is. Woo! Yeah! The T-Rex is dead. Yes! Now, see, this is beautiful. Look how good that looks. That is amazing. That I need more time. Should we? I feel like we should just all pause this, talk about it for like 20 more minutes about how amazing that kill right there was from the Spinosaurus. Look, I know, and Jurassic Dave says rip Baby Rex from the Lost World. We have no confirmation about what it is. The only confirmation we have really is the fact that it's the same animatronic as the bull T-Rex. So what are they trying to tell us? Are they trying to tell us that it is the same one? It has the animatronic had the same accents and stuff all over the face, the scars, whatnot. The CG recreation was based on the Lost World model, but then it was tinkered around with to the point where it was essentially brand new. So what's going on here? Like that CG rendering of that Rex looks absolutely nothing like the CG rendering of the Lost World Rex, even in the daytime shots at the end. So I get the feeling that they're trying to tell us that it's a different Rex. Is it the baby Rex? I don't know. I don't think so. I would tend to not think that. But we have no kind of insight, and it's kind of a bummer. I just definitely do not think it's the bull T-Rex, and I will refuse to believe that. And I know it's a point of contention amongst all the fans that Rex dies right there. But I personally love that choice because I think it shows how bad the Spinosaurus is. There's something bigger. There's something badder. There's something with more teeth, maybe? I don't know if it has more teeth, maybe. But there's something worse out there. And this Spinosaurus can take down anything. And whether you agree with the scientific aspects of it, it doesn't matter. It's a movie monster that was made up. And yes, you could default to saying the whole DNA thing, and I'll agree with that. I think the DNA would change what they created. They didn't create ocean or water dwelling, you know, beast that's less than the T-Rex. They created something bigger and badder, and they kind of have hinted via the viral stuff that, maybe there was some testing going on there to make this thing worse, kind of like these Indominus Rex. So yeah, I don't know. I just think the Spinosaurus is incredible. I love that thing so much, and I will poke fun every time that is a superior beast to that T-Rex that went down. I don't know that T-Rex. I have no connection to that T-Rex whatsoever. So I don't care. It just killed some run-of-the-mill T-Rex in my mind. Just some T-Rex we never knew before. Now, if it was the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, or if we did have that official confirmation that it was the bull, maybe I'd be a little bit more upset. But what are you going to do? They made the movie. Sam always thought it was just another Rex. Sorry, I'm reading through all your comments here. Oh, thank you again for the super chat there. Psychodibba says, you've convinced me to want this again in Jurassic World Dominion. I mean, I'd be down for that for sure. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would definitely be down for that. I would love a Spinosaurus to be included again. I don't think they'll go that route, unfortunately, but I would love that. I would love to see, that Spinosaurus. I know all the stuff from Sorna is long gone at this point, and we have no Spinosaurus, but hey, maybe they could say, we never showed you this Spinosaurus, but it's still alive, and we transported it to Lockwood Estate, and you never saw it. But I don't know. But yeah, Cataclysmic is asking about the Rex again. If it was from the Lost World, who knows? Could have been, but we don't really know for sure. And I'm not going to say, just because the animatronic was this, that the movie version is that. Especially because if you look at, the size of them, the sizes are different. If you look at the size charts and stuff like that, this Rex is smaller than the buck from the Lost World. Arjun is here. What's going on, dude? Did you wake up to get a drink of water again or whatever? So, as I was talking all about this Rex, we did learn that this has all been a bigger con, even bigger, because, they kind of call them out on their knowledge about K2 and stuff like that, the size. And we get the, what do you call it, the parasail there, the video camera. I like his idea here for a makeshift battery. I feel like people do this all the time in movies, and it always works. That was quick, guys. Okay, dive. Ah, this hurts. This is the first time we get some flashbacks in a Jurassic movie. This is great. I do love this. I love seeing this. No, not yet. This footage. It's amazing. It's amazing seeing this handheld footage of that intro and the stuff that happened before it. I love it. I love it so much. It's sad. It's unfortunate that Bone Man Ben still lingers on here above them. And you asked about a story, would it have been more interesting to see Eric's story for this movie instead of all this? Yeah, I think that could be interesting, and that's a tough one. Seeing what happens to Ben in this moment. Like 8 weeks, his body is just completely gone. It's just bones. And it's horrifying. That is truly horrifying. She is caught up in like her boyfriend's remains. That's hideous. That is horrifying. It's kind of comedic, just the way it's played, unfortunately. It's very comedic. I don't know what it is. If it's the acting, the shooting of the whole thing, but how long it goes on maybe, and the music. But it's very comedically like showcased. And I don't know if you guys feel that way, but it just doesn't feel, I don't feel that weight of it being somebody she loved and somebody she cared about, somebody who was looking after her son. I'm not really feeling that at that moment. But when you look at it, it's pretty traumatizing. Good man here, Paul. This is great. This moment between Amanda and Paul, fantastic. Very intimate, very emotional. I feel like they're real people right now. All this other time, haven't felt that. I get this connection right now. uh, Sorry, I was just laughing about Udesky, like just like putting his hands all over the thing, but not actually doing anything. Yeah, Ryson says he is just bones from just 8 weeks. Um, yeah, I mean, I would assume that Compy's probably scavenged his entire body, right? That's definitely what happened. Whether Compy's killed him or not, I don't know. But it could have been raptors. They are in a raptor's nest. But I don't think the raptors took all of his remains. But I feel like maybe the raptors killed him, maybe took a few bites, and then the Compys did the rest, maybe. Where's Billy at, guys? Where is he? Oh, I just he was photographing. Out of breath. Took a picture. Sorry. Liar. I love it. But like think about what's going through his head. I know he probably just wants it for research, right? And I think he says it later on, right? But like thinking about what's going through his mind, making some money for the site, research, whatever it may be, he's kind of thinking in the right direction, like he wants to help or do something good maybe, but just doesn't work that way. I do love this research facility here, this InGen facility. But I get the idea that they're referencing the Lost World, right? With this car that he looks into. I feel like they're trying to say visually, despite it not looking anything like the facility in the Lost World, I feel like they're trying to say from a visual standpoint that this is the same place at the end of the Lost World, the worker village. But despite everything we actually see, it's not the worker village. It's a research lab facility place, embryonics lab. Exactly. Saika says there's good ingredients in Jurassic Park 3. It's just put together weirdly. That's 100%. Like cuz I'm not opposed to the comedy. I love this comedy right here. I got like 110. I got like and then he just kicks the thing open. That is amazing. I love that. That is so funny. That is the perfect way to do comedy in this movie. But instead, they've kind of done unintentional comedy throughout the rest of it. And of course, he hurts his leg there. Hilarious. Showcasing that, yeah, he's definitely not the guy that climbs mountains and goes on the wild adventures and all that stuff. I love it. Yeah, Caleb's saying totally a Lost World reference. Like, it's not Malcolm's truck though. It looks, it's got the Raptor nuzzles in there. It's literally the same thing, but it's not the same truck. It's not the same place, but visually it looks like they're referencing it. Like the music here, it's just pretty much Jurassic Park sounding music in the raptor nests. The embryonic stuff, absolutely love it. I feel like all of this helps tie together this franchise in such a big way with the Indominus Rex, the testing of the dinosaurs, like the hybrid stuff. I think it really connects dots that we didn't even see coming. Now, this raptor's head being in the jar is horrible. Why is it not moving? Another thing that I'm like, what is going on here? I know these things are smart, but that's never going to happen, is it? Yeah, I don't get that, and it bugs me so much. I do like this Raptor Attack sequence, though. Sorry, I just had to text. These raptors are incredible. I love, love, love these male raptors. They are truly some of the best in this franchise. I do, despite that being a little corny, I love the fact that the raptor pins them up against and then looks up because it's thinking. It's like it knows what to do. It's climbing up, and I love that they just trap it in there. That's great. And you get the call, and Grant's like, "Oh no, what? It's doing it. It's calling." Because he actually, I don't really think he actually showcased that in or saw that in the first movie. The music, love that switch right there. Caleb, calling out to you. That music switch is great. Do-do-do-doom. Embryonics administration. That raptor call, incredible stuff. Incredible. I love that you hear it echoing in the distance. This is great stuff. Love this stuff so much. The herd, Corythosaurus there, Parasaurolophus. They're just getting trampled in here. The bag falls. The raptors coming out of the trees. Incredible stuff. Incredible. I love that so much. Jurassic Dave, this music makes me think of the podcast. I'm so sorry I've done that to everybody. Do the call? No, I can't. I just feel like I'm coughing or something. I could clear my throat. Udesky being bait. Oh, that is a menacing shot right there. Stabbing the raptor, walking and stabbing him in the back. The female raptor there. Beautiful stuff. I love it. I love the raptor stuff in this movie. Like the way that this movie blends the CG raptors and the animatronic raptors is near flawless. Like it is some of the best work. So good. Raptors assemble. Ryson says, I thought I heard the sound of NASCAR speeding by when the Raptor sped past. I love, though, showing the intelligence here. Showing the intelligence that the Raptors set a trap. They used them as bait. Didn't kill him. Now he's finally, here's the kill. Oh, cracked his neck, and it is not good. This movie's brutal, guys. Like, there's some really brutal stuff that's just kind of like glossed over. Everything's just glossed over so quickly, and so like, just there's no darkness to it, really. Doesn't all this make you like look at Robert Muldoon and be like, come on, guy. Here he is, Owen Grady here, fending off the Raptors. He's got his hands up, right? No. Eric Kirby to the rescue. Love it. Grant's got his mask on, guys. You guys got to make sure you wear your masks. So does Eric. Perfect movie for these days. Look at that. If you don't go to Target looking like that now, who are you? Sam, I never felt bad for Udesky because he was the bad guy in Air Bud. Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, that actor also is no longer with us, so that is unfortunate. And he's also in Sesame Street too. He plays what's that guy's name? Mr. Noodles. That's my again, two live streams in a row where I'm doing Sesame Street voices. Great. You're Alan Grant. Everybody knows everybody. But I guess he would, right? A kid who seems pretty knowledgeable, knows what's up. He would definitely know. This guy who's probably been on the news many, many times. His face has been plastered everywhere. And they're eating disgusting beans. Like, loving it, too. He's coughing so much in this scene. Stop coughing. I'm tired of it. He's still going. Still going. I guess, realism, right? He just got grenaded with some, like, a gas. So, yeah, whatever. No, Tall, I am not strangely hungry during this scene. You're talking about old beans, some sort of candy, and T-Rex pee. No. He's got, that's some good stuff right there. He's got some crunch. What do you call that stuff? Nestle Crunch. This man's eating beans. Jurassic Dave wants to go camping. I never love this exchange about the T-Rex pee because he picks it up and he's just like, what is this? And Eric's like, T-Rex. And he doesn't say the rest of the sentence. And then Grant's like, this is T-Rex pee? Like, just assuming. I never got the connection there. I'm like, what? How do you guys, are you like talking via your mind? Like, what do you, I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, it could have been apple cider vinegar. No, imagine if it was, like, he was like, this is T-Rex pee. And Eric's like, no, what? I didn't say that. I said it's for the T-Rex. It's apple cider vinegar, so we scare away the T-Rex. It's preachy. I love that there's a competition between Grant and Malcolm in this way about the books and just, him getting the one up here with like a 12-year-old. He's like, yeah, that's right. That's right. He is preachy. Everything is chaos. My book's better. Like, I hope, Colin Trevorrow uses that, it somehow comes to fruition in the next movie, bickering, whatever it may be. Love the compies here. Looking great. Hey, Billy, that's a bad idea. Didn't you hear? Dude, stop. Ankylosaurus here? Loving that. Loving it. Looks great. Looks amazing. Love seeing a new dinosaur species in these movies. That's fantastic. Ben. Yeah, throw him in there. It's just like everything falls apart, you know? How many compies do you think Eric had to eat? My guess is greater than one. Look for cargo nets. They're in trees. That's hilarious. love love these exchanges again. The Kirbys are probably the least liked characters in maybe all of the movies. Even worse than like the villains. I definitely like the villains more, but there is some good stuff here between the two of them in these subtle moments, these smaller moments when they're talking about their family, and I love that. Again, these movies are about family, right? Family breakups, divorce, just pairings, whatever it may be. There's always some sort of family dynamic. Yeah, such a con man. I never really thought of that. He sees conning his own ex-wife about the SUV. Well, like I love this set piece though with the car there in the water. That's amazing. The water truck in the water, and he like made a cave, like somebody said a man cave before. It's amazing. Yeah, Eric is awesome. I love Eric. He's got some funny things and some weird stuff, but like I love Eric in this. And I honestly like I don't question the fact that a kid could have survived. Is there any cargo nets up there? I don't question that at all, that a kid could survive there. Like I think he's resourceful, and it just shows that he's you know, a quick thinking smart kid. Yeah, stuff between the Kirbys, great. The stuff between the Kirbys and everybody else, not so great. And that is hilarious, though. That is hilarious. Paul going to the bathroom right uphill, and then whatever Billy drinking the water right below it. What are you doing? What's happening? That's Paul Kirby. P. Why? uh, mm. I love that mine is new bit. I like that their ideas here are like the closer you get to the water, the bigger things get. You know, that's what Eric's saying. That kind of does ring true via the Lost World, same island, and then they go interior to kind of go towards the worker village, and things get smaller. But this movie, the plane people think that like, oh, things are going to be bigger inland, but yeah, it doesn't work out. And Eric's like, yeah, I know what's going on. I scavenged this whole place. I know what's up. Yeah, Jurassic Dave. Truth be told, this podcast has made me appreciate this movie more. I know I've been like really ripping on it here tonight, but listen, this is one of those moments that I think you can truly appreciate. Listen to this music, guys. Nash calling. Like beautiful. This family motif here is just amazing. I love it so much. One of the best Jurassic tracks ever made. Don Davis. I don't really love his music, but that's brilliant. Yeah, Lucky Strep. Hey, want me to carry it? No. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to completely ignore you. Just going to look for a gap. Love the structure, though, of this fence. Like, nobody's like thinking. Grant maybe is thinking it right now, but look at, it's got this just wire mesh here, and then it's got also like a huge structure, and nobody's like, well, maybe are we in like a bad place right now? Is this like keeping something in or out? Like, love the the stalking Spinosaurus. Run out of the side of your mouth. No, they'd have zero chance here, guys. Zero chance. But they get so lucky. Oh, look, right there, right as you're about to get eaten. Now, this is why I believe the Indominus Rex does not hold a candle to this creature. Hey, we're all safe. Everything's good. We're all good, guys. Oh, nope. No, you're not. No, you're not. The Indominus Rex would look at that thing and be like, I don't know. I don't think I can get through it. Can I climb it? Maybe. But this door, though, kind of crazy, the fact that they literally just showed the Spinosaurus destroying a huge barrier, but not getting through that door. That makes zero sense. That makes zero sense. We need, like, viral material that just says, like, well, you didn't know this, but the Spinosaurus was very much afraid of buildings. And that's what distinguishes the T-Rexes from the Spinosaurus. My eye is twitching like crazy. Very cool. Jurassic Dave, Grant should have pretended to get zapped. That would have been hilarious if there was like a little flashback. He like looks at the fence and then there's just like a thought bubble. I'm laughing at you guys all talking about the door. That's so hilarious. Like, as a filmmaker, how do you do that? How do you literally make that? Some of the worst things imaginable have been done with the best intentions. Love that line. Again, iconic line there. You're no better than the people that built this place. Again, Alan is just laying it on thick. Man, that hurts. You know, Billy wasn't perfect here. You know, Billy did something he probably shouldn't have done. But Alan is like, I hate your guts. You're the worst person I've ever seen. You should probably jump off this thing here into the ravine. Like, he's literally horrible to Billy in this situation. Like, did Billy deserve that hate right there? I think that was a little harsh, Grant. Grant, I love you, though. But, like, lay off a little bit. Lay off. I really hope that Colin continues the thread that Alan is just not the greatest guy. Yeah, a Genozoic artist says, did he hate John Hammond that much? I mean, that's a good question. I think after that experience in the first movie on that island, yeah, you'd probably have some harsh feelings towards that guy, right? I think you probably would. Even though he comes forward 4 years later, he's a naturalist, he's trying to preserve all this stuff. I still feel like Grant would be like, no, that's not accurate. You're lying to the masses here. Like, he's probably doesn't believe anything John Hammond said at that point. Yeah, here we are inside the cage. And I love this stuff. This stuff's pretty good. I don't love this sequence as much as everybody else. I feel like when you talk about Jurassic Park 3, everybody's like, well, at least there's the aviary sequence. And I think it's brilliant. I think it's pretty great. The atmosphere in here is amazing. Love the way this is shot. I have no, issues, I don't think, with this. But except for this. Okay, come on over. Like, is he drunk? Yeah, Titan here says the birdcage sequence is probably one of my favorites in the franchise. Yeah, I mean, I can't like disagree there. I think it's a pretty great sequence. Like I said, I don't love it as much as everybody else, but I think it is pretty cool. This music doesn't really do it for me. It's that knockoff intro music again. But I do love the tension here. Will this bridge collapse? That's what everybody's thinking. Not, where are we? What are we doing in here? Until right about here, when he notices the dino droppings. Imagine if he thought that was a cookie, and he's like, he just ate a whole thing of beans. He's like, I got to get that taste out of my mouth. Love that. Eric, hand on the thing, and is like, the music picking up here, though, great. Very much like the Rex music, doom 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 doo doo doom doom. Or no, I'm sorry, Raptors in the first movie. But that is amazing. The Raptor, the Pteranodon coming out of the fog there, fantastic. I love that it was walking. Like, that's incredible. Like, honestly, how much money went into these two islands, the infrastructure, this massive bird cage? Hey, there's a bunch of twittering going on down there, the subtitles said. So, at Brad Jost on Twitter, at Jurassic Park Pod on Twitter. Hopefully you had the subtitles on. I'm sorry about the cookies comment. It just kind of looked like it for a quick sec. I love this, though. Like, the heroic moment here with Billy. And Grant's like, oh, no. Don't do this. I'm sorry for what I said. I literally said the worst things imaginable to you. And Billy just takes a dive. Luckily, the thing works. Like, this canyon is huge. I love that. I would love to know, like, the story of the surveyors of Isla Sorna that went out to this park. I feel like this would be like a very Hiram Bingham, like, kind of thing. Like, I don't know. Is he the guy that went to go see, like, Machu Picchu and stuff like that? But, like, surveying the island, looking through, like, telescopes, and, you got all kinds of weird equipment to measure stuff. And just measuring the depth of this canyon and, like, saying this is a good spot for a Pteranodon sanctuary, and how they built that fencing over top. Like, it's incredible. Incredible. How much money did Hammond spend? I do love the design of these Pteranodons. I do really like them. I also love the ones at the end of The Lost World. See, and I think, I honestly think, I know they're not dinosaurs, but I honestly think flying dinosaurs could have a bigger presence here in the series, and I really would love, and we've been kind of talking about it on the podcast, about like seeing the Quetzalcoatlus in the next movie. How amazing would that be? I love this. Pteranodon falls in right next to them. It gets demolished by that fence, that cage there. Good music. Love this music right here. Oh, ouch, that had to hurt. This dude's been flying around on this thing for like ages. And he's still mid-canyon. Oh, so good. Like that shot there of the pteranodons flying around, kind of hovering near Billy. Amazing stuff. This is all great. Love this. What about Billy? Billy's fallen. Ah, splash. Brutal stuff here. This is why I want to see more pteranodons, because they're brutal. Like they are the way that they kill, hunt, feed on their prey. This is all so brutal. So at this point in time, we know that pteranodons are already out on this island because of the Lost World, because there's just one flying or a few flying around at the end of the movie. Man, is that brutal. The pteranodons pecking away. You see that water is filled with blood. And it's a little goofy. That pteranodon just going, a little goofy. Gotta be honest. But, they make a big point here to show that this fence is opened and all that to let the pteranodons out. But why make such a big point about it when they're already out? I don't really understand that. I feel like, I always like to preach about canon with these movies, but it's a mess, guys. Like, it's a mess. Everybody's out there fighting about what a Rex looks like and all this stuff these days, and it doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter at all, because these movies don't hold weight from one to the next as far as canon goes and what's going on. So I wouldn't worry too much. Yeah, Janozoic Artist says 2 different pteranodon looks, one confined, one not. Sure. How many of these structures do they have on this island? How many structures do you have on this island? Julia, where's Grant's hat? Arjun, floating around. Love it. Paul Kirby taking charge here. This is great stuff. Amanda looking at him like, who are you? This, guys, another top-notch sequence here. Didn't like that dialogue there. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Again, sounding drunk. But I love this conversation here. Amazing, amazing stuff between Grant and Eric. This is in the vein of the flea circus scene and, the ending of The Lost World with John Hammond. Like these heart-to-heart moments, they're very nice. Admitting that he was kind of wrong there with Billy. 2 kinds. I love this astronomers and astronauts. So much. It makes so much sense. Man, Eric, but then you never get to go into space. Like, so rehearsed. But I love it. He wanted something he could see, touch. Can't fault Billy there. Listen to the music. Nice music here. Love the music. Hate the scene. Stegosaurus looks amazing. Ankylosaurus looks great. Parasaurolophus looks great. There's no other dinosaurs in this scene. None whatsoever, guys. No other dinosaurs in this scene. I see some birds in the back, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Parasaurolophus. That's it. I don't see any other dinosaurs. Anthony says, I think I read somewhere that Trevor Morgan said the scene was written on a napkin. Wow, that's amazing. I hate these Brachiosaurus. That is hideous. That was not me recreating a dinosaur. That was just me being very mad about these Brachiosaurus. It's another one of those choices, like I said, about the fence and then the Spinosaurus stopping at the door. It's like, how do you look at that Brachiosaurus and say, that's good, that looks great, when you have literally the most impressive specimen known to man as a Brachiosaurus in the first movie? It looks amazing. It's incredible. And then you go and show this one, and it doesn't look anything like it. It's hideous. It looks sick. Maybe it is. I don't care, but they didn't tell us that. And here's a bunch of dinosaur droppings. They're just steaming. And it's so gross. Oh. You know, at least Jurassic Park didn't, Ellie sticking her arm, elbow deep in there, wasn't nearly as gross as this. And Grant's just like, hello? Beautiful Guadalajara. Hidesky, what kind of calls you getting? Guys, also, another thing I dislike, this Ceratosaurus. Hate it. I just don't like this thing. And this, unfortunately, every Ceratosaurus you'll ever see is modeled off of this one. The toys, the game, Jurassic World Evolution, I very much dislike how that thing looks. I don't like it. This movie has no chill. You're right, man. Arjun says they were proud over that skin movement. Sure, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It just does not look good, the Brachiosaurus there. Or did you mean the Ceratosaurus? I don't know. It's modeled off the Kenner diecast Ceratosaurus. Maybe, yeah, I forget. But still, I just very much dislike. I don't think it. Again, same thing with the Brachiosaurus. It just doesn't fit. They don't look good. Maybe it's the red. I don't know. It's the dinosaur man. Love this. Love this so much. This, if they had just showed one fin or something in the beginning of the movie, would have solved everything, right? As far as what happened with that boat. And maybe they're alluding to that here, but they don't say it overtly, so who knows? I love the tension, though, between this terrifying moment with the Spinosaurus and Charlie getting distracted by Barney. I think this is brilliant. I know a lot of people don't like this scene, but I love it so much. This is 100% what kids are. Kids would do this. Get distracted. Hey, I just told you to do a thing, and then they're going and watching TV. Oh, that looks fantastic. The way this thing's stalking next to them. This is going to be great, says Barney. You see all the gasoline or whatever floating out there into the water, setting up the next coming scene here. Who's on the phone? It's the dinosaur man. Arjun, what are you talking about, the Last Crusade reference? No, I'm not clicking with which one you're talking about. Love this. This is another amazing sequence. The river, Site B! She gets it. She understands. I gotta do something to save that crew. And Charlie's over there roaring. But it's kind of nice that Ellie's not too traumatized by this whole thing, to the fact that she lets her kids still play with dinosaur toys, watch Barney, all that good stuff. It's not like, no, dinosaurs are banned in this house. You can't watch them, you can't play with them. Like, this scene does not get enough love. It is incredible. It's up there. I think, it has the weight of like the breakout, and the trailer sequence and stuff like that. It's incredible stuff. And Paul just like doing what needs to be done, terrifying. Those claws in there ripping Amanda apart. Like, that's actually pretty brutal. Again, that animatronic looks amazing in the rain. And the CG, it blends so good. My Big Bird. I forgot I did Big Bird. uh Look at that thing. Oh, it's so amazing. This thing attacking the crane. Amazing stuff. And Grant shooting that flare. This is one of my favorite shots in any Jurassic movie. Is that right there with the flames. Ah, it's so good. Incredible stuff. This is amazing work. Oh, beautiful. The crane coming apart. That there's no way he survived, right? No way. Oh, the Indiana Jones reference. Okay, I got you now. And now I know what you're talking. I didn't even read to see if you wrote it, but yeah, I get it now. Amazing. Paul, you jerk. I love what the subtitle's on. Trauma. This is horrifying. But he's right there. Just like Indiana Jones, right there when his dad and what's his name, just looking over the cliff. Love it. But this is where it kind of like doesn't, well, not this moment, but the movie starts to go a little downhill from here, I think. But you get some good family stuff. So Mutant APK says, Barney makes me cringe so hard. I was made fun of as a kid for liking him. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, that stuff does happen. And yeah, in my time, it was like Power Rangers. Like you would get made fun of for liking the Power Rangers. Barney, I feel like, was my like sister's demographic a little bit more, so a little bit younger than me. But yeah, that's sorry to hear that, but I like that bit. I think it's pretty comical. I think that's the right way to do comedy, I think, in this movie. Here we have the raptors again, stalking their prey. This is good stuff. I like this right here. The female raptor there looking pretty brutal. She's calling the shots. Like, what's up here. Like, there's a actual like animatronic right there, a CG raptor right there. It's blending incredibly well. Now back to the animatronic, and it just works. It works. Don't really like this. Again, with that fast motion there, with the raptor kind of quickly going in. Don't need to do that. But this is amazing. Like the raptor sniffing and kind of like pushing her head. It's like intimidating. You know, she's trying to intimidate her. It's very cool stuff. Yeah, Tal's calling out the Jurassic World references here. It's great. Grant is crazy. Absolutely crazy for what he's about to do here. He's just nuts. Like, they know this is all about the raptor eggs and getting those back. Will the raptors leave at that point? Who knows? Maybe they'll leave. Maybe they'll go away. Grant's like, I don't care. I'm going to try this. And he just blows into the resonating chamber. Hilarious. It's cool. It's cool, though, to see him understanding. It doesn't sound anything like it, though. It's cool, though, that he's like understanding the difference of the patterns and what kind of noises they make. He's learning just as much as they are. It's pretty cool. But then they hear the choppers, and it's like, what? So choppers just scare these things away. I love them picking up the eggs there. It's great stuff. And then they just run away. And they're all good. And there's a chopper called in the cavalry. And this is like, I remember being so confused in the movie. Not why or how, but what is happening with this man just standing there. Like, a very bad idea. Yeah, they're saying that directly to the director. I do not like this whatsoever. I despise this ending. I don't know. Maybe a lot has to do with the score. I do not like this military version of the Jurassic Park theme. I really don't like it at all. I think there's a way to do what they did, have the military show up and have this guy, be with them. But like, I just don't like the execution. Again, it's just the way that this movie was executed. It was rushed. This wasn't the movie they intended to make, per se. And then they made it. And as he said that exact word. Billy being like dying. And he's like, I rescued your hat. It's so funny to me. Like he has nothing better to say. It's just, I rescued your hat. Pilot 1, Sea Shadow. I couldn't read it that fast. Dust Storm, Sea Shadow. Dusting off his hat. Oh, and that bad voice over there from that pilot. And there you have a bunch of Pteranodons. Flying away. Definitely, absolutely going to land in Oklahoma. It's a whole new world. A whole new world. Sorry. We're at the end, guys. This is about it. There goes the chopper, another movie ending. And you got a bunch of vessels out there in the distance. And I don't know. I feel like it should have just ended with the helicopters. Not really into this whole Pteranodon ending. There they go, flying away. Hopefully they got 270 miles under those wings. I don't know. Directed by Joe Johnston. There you go. Jurassic Park 3. It's over. Clayton, showing up at the last minute. Hope you enjoyed this movie, Jurassic Park 3. We just watched through the entire thing. Well, maybe you did because you knew what's going on. I don't know. But man, I like this movie nowadays, but there's so many flaws, so many things I really dislike about this movie. I think when you look deep and you use a bit of headcanon and also looking at some of the viral stuff and connecting dots that maybe aren't necessarily there, you can piece this franchise together really, really well with this movie. And I do love that about this movie. I think there's a lot of great details in there that make Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom more realistic, more understandable. I love that about this movie. And it's nothing that was certainly intended on back in 2001. But nowadays, and maybe it's by design, I don't know, but I think it works really well. I think it works really well in this whole thing. And they don't really reference this movie ever. You don't really get much, in relation to this from the new stuff. But yeah, I appreciate this movie a lot more. And I think it is due to the fact that it is an hour and a half. What are we at right now? What is it? How long is this? Hour and 26 minutes. That is way too short. Like, I don't know. That's just way too short for me. I honestly was like, I like movies to be like 2.5 hours now. So I think if this was maybe a little bit longer, would that have helped? I don't even know. I just don't think that this movie had enough time to define what it wanted to be. It's trying to be a movie about a Spinosaurus. It's trying to be a movie about raptors. And I don't think it's very cohesive in that sense. But it's fun. It's fun, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to kind of poke fun at and to enjoy, and I'm down with it. And I don't think everybody should be too harsh on this one. I love the Spinosaurus, guys. I could talk about that thing all day long. And thank you so much to everybody in here. Super chats from Julia. Thank you so much. You got that bird, it looks like, with a thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for watching. Paleoraptor with like another, like it looks like maybe it is not a bird. Maybe it's a peach or a pear just partying. Thank you, Paleoraptor. Thank you for watching. And then we got Clayton. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. And Clayton says, what's your favorite scene and favorite new dinosaur design in JP3? What's my favorite dinosaur design? Well, new dinosaur. I mean, I guess it would have to be the Spinosaurus. I think that thing's beautiful. I love it. I love that thing so much. I do love the new design of the raptors. I don't really love the female raptor in this one. It's fine. It doesn't really like gnaw on me or anything. I'm not too fussed about it, but I love the male raptors with the quills and everything. Amazing. Amazing. We don't see enough of that. We need more of that. Like if we do see any kind of wild raptors or anything else in the future, I want something like that. Amazing. And just how smart they were. Like I feel like Jurassic Park showed us how smart dinosaurs are. The Lost World went ahead and showed us that necessarily these dinosaurs aren't as smart. These are maybe the more primal, not as smart dinosaurs. They were just filled with rage and just wanted to eat, and they were fighting over each other. They're just like a mess. The Lost World raptors, beautiful but a mess. This movie shows you that they're smarter than ever, and they're pretty darn cool looking. But yeah, and I don't know if you heard me before, but I despise the Ceratosaurus and the Brachiosaurus designs in these movies. Really, really dislike them. Pteranodon's pretty cool, though. What's my favorite scene, though? He also asked. What's my favorite scene? I think it has to be the attack on the boat. I think that's pretty incredible. And as I said in the live stream and the watch party, I think that kind of stands up there with like the T-Rex breakout, the trailer sequence, stuff like that. I think that is this movie's version of that. I love it. It's funny how good they handled that moment, but how bad and how poorly they handled the airplane attack. Like, that is not good. And then the boat sequence is incredible. I love it. So yeah, those are my favorites. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, Tal, thank you, man. Thank you so much for the weekly admission to Brad's cinema. I really appreciate all you guys. You guys are awesome. And Tal, like, the fact that you're here, can you tell me what time is it right now in the Philippines where you are? Like, what time is it? I could probably find that out very easily, but I just want you to tell me. Take a little bit longer. Chewy Sanchez, thank you so much. Thanks for the movie, Brad. Jurassic World next week. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for the admission fee. I love you guys so much. You guys are all awesome. And yes, we will be doing Jurassic World next week. We're going to be watching that whole movie. I am so excited. It's been a little while since I watched Jurassic World. Oh man, I'm excited to watch that. That's going to be fun. We will be watching Jurassic World. I don't have a date set. Probably Monday, maybe Tuesday, but probably Monday. Yeah. And also, Genozoic Artist, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. It says, thank you. Can I read? No, I can't. It says, thanks. Wait, I can't read, but also you can't type. I'm calling you out. It says, thanks you. So I'm not crazy. Thank you, Brad, again. And I read it wrong. See, what is going on here? I can't read. That's what it comes down to. I love this movie and how its mysteries feed so well into Jurassic World. InGen/Mizrani were clearly up to something. Yes, I love that. I love that this movie shows that there's more going on. And everybody can argue about how the Spinosaurus is not accurate. It doesn't look like a real Spinosaurus. And maybe that wasn't the intention at the time, back in 2001. But I think that's the point nowadays, right? It makes so much sense that there was a lot going on behind the scenes. And it really ties things together. And I love that about this movie so, so much. Jurassic Souls, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching along. The movie just ended. It's over. I like the endings of these movies because, like, there's score going on, and I feel like I'm just podcasting because, like, I hear the score, I'm talking to the score, and then the score just ends, and I'm like, oh, it's just me talking by myself in a room, by myself, talking to myself. And Tal says not Tal. Arjun says it's 5 a.m. in the Netherlands. Man, what are you doing, man? Sleep. Tal says it's 11 a.m. Oh, okay. I'm here thinking it's like Arjun and it's like 3 a.m. or something. 11 a.m. Not bad. You just woke up and you just watched the movie. Perfect. Ryson says 9:50 here in Wisconsin. It is now 10:52 here in New Jersey. So let's see. What else you guys saying? Chewy Sanchez. Dude, JP in theaters canceled. Jurassic World live tour canceled. I'm supposed to be at Pearl Jam right now. This is helping a bunch. I'm so sorry, dude. Like, I am so sorry. Especially because of Jurassic World live tour, and there's nothing we could do about it. You know, like, I have talked so much about Jurassic World live tour, about how excited I am for everybody to go see that. And I've hyped it up like almost more than any other Jurassic thing I've ever hyped up. And I think it deserves it. I'm so bummed that there are so many people that are not getting the chance to see it right now. And I don't know what that means for the future. I don't know if it will continue or not. I have no clue. I have no clue whatsoever. I hope we can find out soon, but you know, we got to make sure everybody's safe instead. But it is a bummer. You know, so much work, so much talent went into that show. You know, talking directly with all of them, and I know how bummed they all are that that show cannot go on. But yeah, Jurassic Park in theaters also canceled. Yeah, hopefully they can show that again for you. Specifically, call them up and be like, yo, show that movie again. Honestly, when movie theaters do come back, you have been seeing a lot of theaters talk about doing like retro cinemas and stuff just to get people out into the theaters again, re-showing big movies. And I think Jurassic Park would probably be on that list. So keep your eyes peeled. I don't know. But yeah, oh, and Tall asks, what's for show and tell today? Okay. All right. So the one thing that I actually bought, I purchased one thing from this movie, and it was honestly by accident. And I got like a bulk of dinosaurs from Facebook. I went on Facebook Marketplace, whatever it was. I saw a huge like bucket of Jurassic dinosaurs, and this just so happened to be in the mix. And it's this, I guess, male raptor here. I believe it's electronic. Yeah, I think so. It does not make any noise, but I don't know. I guess the arms move. I like this thing actually quite a bit. It looks, honestly, the light's like kind of messing it up, but it looks a lot like the Deinonychus from Jurassic World Evolution. I feel like the first one that you hatch. It looks a lot like that. Very, very cool. This is the male Velociraptor, but awesome. I love this thing so much. Like, it's not as, when you're talking about a toy and playability and stuff, it doesn't really have a ton of playability because it's very static of a figure, and it's stuck in this pose that's like kind of weird. But for a static figure, it's pretty darn cool. I love this thing. So that is my one Jurassic Park 3 toy. Back when Jurassic Park 3 came out, like I said, I was in high school, and I was maybe a little too cool for school, right? Like for Jurassic Park, I was growing up, and I was kind of phasing out of some of the things I liked as a kid. I don't know, maybe. And I was more into, like, for instance, like Star Wars at that time with the prequels and the Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. So I think Jurassic Park 3, with the fact that the movie was very, very much diminished in quality, I wasn't really into getting anything. And you guys saw, like, if you were in the live streams last time, I showed so much merch from Jurassic Park. I showed so much stuff from The Lost World. And Jurassic Park 3, I have one thing that I got a few years ago. And I think the toys were, like, the quality was way diminished. Oh, wait a second. I'm wrong. I have another one. Hold on. I'm going to go over here for a second. Ha! Got it. I'm going to knock absolutely everything else down. Yeah. All right. I got this. Sorry for yelling. I just was totally hyped up. Let me move my computer now. I have this. This. This is like, honestly, it's literally like the same pose as this one. What's up with that? Did they make one pose back then? That's crazy. I actually never noticed that. That's hilarious. But also, this is, I guess, and it's so like, this is solid, dude. This is like, that is a solid, ow. Well, I don't know why I did that. It doesn't make any sense. My green screen's freaking out. But this is like a solid toy. And that is part of the, did I break it? That's part of the reason why I also dislike these toys, is because as well as the movie being diminished quality, the toys were as well. And this just like is not the same as owning which I still have here from last live stream, the Bull T-Rex. My background is not working with these dinosaur toys. With this Bull T-Rex, like, literally could honestly just eat the whole thing. Like, that's crazy. So yeah, that's why I really wasn't into dinosaur toys back in 2001. What is happening now? I know there's sound, right? But like, I could not begin to tell you how it worked. I have no idea. So there's that. Also wanted to say thank you to Anthony for the super chat. He says, thank you for this, Brad. It was a lot of fun. Also, side note, I worked with Taya Leone on a show, and she's one of the nicest people. That's amazing. I love that. Did you ever talk to her about Jurassic Park 3, or was that like, you didn't want to touch on that. But that's cool. You know, I hate to talk poorly about Jurassic Park 3 and some of the acting, because it's not necessarily the actor's fault. It's a lot falls on the writing and the directors and stuff like that too. So it was just kind of a mess all around. But yeah, I didn't necessarily love her performance in this, but I think there are some really great moments from her and the rest of the Kirbys when they're by themselves. So maybe if we got a solo Kirby movie, hear me out. Maybe if we got a solo Kirby movie, it would be amazing. And I'm not talking about the one that was asked about before, was just a solo Eric movie, but like the full Kirbys, and it's like maybe we'll just get a sitcom. What am I talking about? Also, also moving forward to like more recently, and it's like a pretty widely, I don't know, talked about figure here is the Spinosaurus from Mattel, again with the background issues. So here is my, which you can't even see, my Spinosaurus. There we go. That works a lot better. If I hold my toys not up here, where you can see the entire green screen, but back here. So here's my Spinosaurus from Mattel. You got the moving tail here. The legs move. You got these god-awful twisty legs. Twisty feet, for some reason. And then these things move too. And this is a problem. Like this figure, it's cool, and it's got this is the Extreme Chomp and Spinosaurus. Very cool. I like this thing. It looks beautiful. Looks great. Fantastic toy. Huge, big toy. Very detailed. Looks awesome. But mine will not stand up. And I look at this. Like if I just this thing, these legs are really bad. So it does not want to stand up. So that's kind of like and look at, I can't even hold it without it falling. It's really a shame because this figure was almost impossible to get, right? Like it was so difficult to get because it was only available on Target, like online, for like seconds at a time. And I was able to get one here, and it's a shame that it just doesn't work right. So I'm kind of bummed about that, but what are you going to do, you know? And they did come out with another Spinosaurus, not a Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus, but a blue one. And I can't even put it over here to stand because it'll just fall. If I stand it straight up, it works. But that's it. That's all I have from Jurassic Park 3. I'm pretty sure. Can't wait to talk about all the Jurassic World toys. That's going to be fun. No, it's not going to be fun. But let me go back up here. Again, thank you, Anthony, for the super chat. Clayton says, Jurassic Park 3, I remember being viewed as not cool as the first two back in the day. I still loved it until 2002, though. What happened in 2002? Ryson says, nice King Kong shirt, Brad. Thank you. King Kong. Kongfrontation. I don't know if you guys know that ride from Universal, but man, was it good. And yes, they did have King Kong in there. Stop abusing the T-Rex. I'm sorry, I did hit it a bunch, but I wanted to showcase how firm of a toy that was. Let's see. Yeah, Genozoic Artist says, man, many of sleepless nights trying to get that Spinosaurus for me and my friend. Yeah, it's such a bummer that the distribution on that toy was horrible. But yeah, I wished, and I think there was like a Jurassic Park 3 story pack kind of thing with Grant in like a different shirt from Mattel, and then like a different Raptor that looked like the female Raptor, I think, sort of. I don't know what happened with that. That might have been one that was like very sparingly seen if at all. But yeah, that's not good. So I wish Mattel would take a better stance here with Jurassic Park 3 and give us like an Amber Collection or something like that. I would love to see Amber Collection figures from Jurassic Park 3. Imagine an Amber Collection like these big, these ones, like in here. Imagine this, but like Eric Kirby. So it's like this tall, but it's got like he's got the full Eric Kirby quarantine edition, where he's got the mask, he's got the goggles, he's got the big jacket with the leaves all over it and stuff, and comes with like a canister of like gas and stuff. Imagine, and like one of T-Rex P. That would be amazing. If Mattel is not doing that, that's genius. Do it right now. T-Rex P. But yeah. Yeah, and Anthony he wanted to ask Taya Leone about it, but it's kind of hard when you're on set and so many things are going on. Maybe next time. Yeah. But yeah. That's about it, guys. I really do appreciate you all taking some time during this quarantine to watch Jurassic Park 3, to follow each one of these movies so far. We've watched, so many of you have stuck around through 3 movies already. I can't believe we've been doing this for 3 weeks, watching these movies every week. It means a lot that we could all do this together, to watch these movies together, to have a good time. It really means a lot, and it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to a lot of you out there, whether you're at home by yourself or with your family, or don't have anybody to watch these movies with these days. I know, like, you all need this, right? We all need this right now. We all need something good, something fun to do. And I appreciate you all taking the time and listening to me rant and rave and scream and punch dinosaur toys. That's what it's all about. So I appreciate you all doing this. But yeah, let me, I feel like awkward when I don't have my like music piping in here. So yeah, let's get that music going. There we go. That's much better. Joe Johnston is great, as Arjun says there. Joe Johnston is great. Where'd my music go? There it is. JP3 is not great. But, we look on the bright side. I think Joe Johnston's amazing. This movie just didn't come together. And, timing and script issues and rushing this production for details. It's unfortunate, but JP3 is definitely a fun watch. I am so excited to watch Jurassic World. So again, probably next week, Monday, 9 p.m., same time, we'll be doing Jurassic World. I'll show off whatever merch I have from Jurassic World, whatever I can show you, maybe even including Headless Owen. Big old introduction to Headless Owen if you haven't seen him before. So yeah, I'm excited to watch Jurassic World. It's reinvigorated this franchise and this community. I have a lot to say about that movie, and I am so excited. I'm so excited. So thank you all so much, and thank you to everybody for the super chats. You are all amazing. You help keep this channel afloat and the podcast. It means so much to me. So thank you so much. But that's about it. I hope you guys have a good time. Share this around. Like our stuff. Go follow myself on Twitter at Jurassic... Oh, no, that's not me. At Brad Jost. Go follow the podcast on Twitter at Jurassic Park Pod. Jurassic Park Podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Make sure to join our Facebook community. You can join the podcast community over on Facebook. We have 2 questions you have to answer. Search for a group, answer the 2 questions. Who is a host or contributor, and who is an actor from the movie? 2 very simple questions. I'm a host or a contributor to the podcast. You can put me, and you can put Sam Neill, Laura Dern, whoever you want as an actor for the movie. So yeah, do that and join our Facebook group, and also go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. And everybody out there, hopefully you're using the hashtag #StaySafeStayJurassic to show off everything that you guys have been doing in the Jurassic community and just in your daily lives during this quarantine here. And that is all thanks to Tom Fishenden for setting up that hashtag and that initiative. If you go to JurassicParkPodcast.com, you can find a banner at the top of our website which showcases a giant list of things that you can do, you can watch, you can shop, you can read, whatever it may be during this quarantine, so you can keep yourselves busy, all the Jurassic fans out there. So go check out that on our website. Just click that banner at the top, and also you can find an article on our website. Just scroll down a little bit. Tom wrote up a great article about Stay Safe, Stay Jurassic. So go check out that. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I got to go ahead and actually put my background up here. How do I, which one do I use? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's good. Thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy.